The Caribbean Business wrote a story about Pedro Campos. In this story, it gave a customer service example of how his experience affected a company. Pedro is a CEO of a multinational company who will be attending a benefit gala. He went to pick up his jacket from a dry cleaner, and when he arrives, he finds that it is closing 15 minutes earlier than it is listed. He explained to the clerk that his jacket was important for this event, and she responded with, "I am sorry, we already locked up because the business was slow today." After arguing back and forth, Pedro stormed off without his jacket. So he attended the gala in a black tuxedo, and at the event he told hundreds of people, and a few months later, the dry cleaner closed. The reason it closed was due to the customer service that Pedro received. In the business world, customer service has multiple definitions. It is a hard topic to grasp because it is so vague to most individuals. If you ask a group of CEOs in a company, most of them will describe customer service differently, because customer service for most individuals is how it is perceived by them and not how the company sees it. According to the Oxford Dictionary, customer service can be defined as the assistance and advice provided by a company to those people who buy or use its products or services. What is considered exceptional customer service? A study in 2013 by Dimensional Research found that 95% of respondents define good customer service in 3 ways. The first is resolving a problem quickly. Secondly, it is dealing with a nice employee. And finally, it is an issue being resolved in one interaction rather than being passed on to other staff, and the outcome was what the customer wanted. This resulted in higher sales in products or services and customers sharing experiences with others. If you fail to satisfy your customers, you will lose repeat business. Every bad experience loses up to 10 potential customers because of the negative word of mouth. Bad news travels fast. As we saw from Pedro's example, he told hundreds of people at his gala, and business slowed down for the laundromat until it eventually shut down. In many customer sectors today, it is hard to stand out of the crowd in pricing, products, or services. Between 5 and 10% of companies truly have a customer culture at their core, but the rest have been forced to care because of all their means and differentiation have been eroded over time. Today's customers are more demanding and vocal than ever. This is because of changing times with information that is fast through the internet, online review sites, social media, and by using a search engine. Reviews matter more and more. Whether it's an online review site, Facebook, Twitter, or Yelp, an estimated 88% of those surveyed said reading reviews, both good and bad, influenced their buying decisions. NetSuite Software is an example of a company that is implementing Monday morning meetings to discuss customer service. It begins the week by holding meetings that include their senior managers and the middlemen. The aim is to discuss what is happening across all sales channels. Once weekly customer service meetings are implemented into a company, a customer service and sales team are stronger together than they are apart. Excellent customer service will result in repeat business and word-of-mouth referrals. After they become repeat customers, it is important to keep them involved after the first few purchases. One company that does exceptional in all these areas of customer service is Disney. Disney has long been recognized for its ability to attract and retain guests and fans. When guests attend Disney, they expect a personalized experience, and this is because they make a promise to the customers that they will always know what to expect when they see the Disney name. When people know what they expect, they are more likely to return. The company goes beyond trying to make a sale and instead strives to build a friendship. This can be seen through the Millennial Celebration pins. These are pins that were created based off the Olympics. When Olympic athletes compete, they trade pins with each other to take home mementos and share their experiences. Disney wanted to duplicate this by making pins that guests can trade based off their theme parks, rides, characters, cruises, and more. Each quarter, a new set of pins are released. The reason Disney struck hard with these pins was because it was not just a sales tool. It was about relationships between guests and the cast members and other guests with each other. Even with language barriers and cultural differences, the company was able to promote and develop an emotional connection and special relationships that ultimately tied back to the Disney brand. Disney also shares their practices with others at their Disney Institute. This was founded in 1986 and has helped millions of professionals in private and public sectors. In this institute, they have a session to help individuals understand real-life business applications that Disney has succeeded in and how they can apply it to their own. An example of how a business took sessions through Disney Institute to help improve employee relations is a company called Runza. Runza is a Nebraska-run fast food restaurant that has 79 different locations. The vice president, Renee Sujlin, decided to look at the company's satisfaction surveys and discovered that food scores were higher than customer service scores. She was not pleased with this because currently they were a good restaurant, but she wanted to become a great restaurant where their services were just as good as the food that the customers received. After taking the program, they took concepts back and started applying it to their locations across Nebraska and saw major changes. They created their own program called Simply Outstanding Service. This program taught the importance of powering its people. For example, if a customer does not receive the right condiments that they asked for, then the employees are empowered to take care of the issue immediately. Since the program launched, they improved greatly as a business. Complaint calls to the company have dropped by 50%, and customer satisfaction has increased from 79% to 89%. Plus, employee turnover dropped 25%. Overall, by having great customer service, your business increases sales and customers are more likely to become loyal. After they become loyal, their friends start to purchase your products and services, and eventually the business will become a successful, growing brand like Disney.